Well, joining me today is Ron Gillies, the head librarian over at the Lloydminster Public Library. Ron, I just want to start off with your reaction to the city getting a contractor to finally getting to work on the Lloyd Mall location for the new library.
Well, I guess the best way of looking at it is we're really pleased that we've reached this point in the process with the approval of the construction tender by City Council on Monday. And that's going to allow us to move towards our goal of providing some enhanced offerings and comforts and just a more convenient and visible location for the library.
What's the latest update you can give us in that sense? I know it's been a while since we last chatted with the library, but what's some new information that you can share with us?
Well, at this point, the city has approved the construction tender, which will have a local firm, in this case Craftex, acting as the general contractor. They should be able to mobilize and go in there probably the week of the 25th and start doing the necessary demolition and prep work, and then start the work of creating a new and different looking library for Lloydminster.
When was the library at a point that the location had to be moved somewhere else? Was it the stuff to do with the issues that are in the Atrium Center? Was that part of the reason that you are moving?
Not necessarily. Our lease was up at the end of August of 2020, so we had to make a decision as to where we were going to go. Some of the things that led us to work in the direction of Lloyd Mall were things like the visibility, the elevator access, the fact that we're on a one-way street in downtown, so we don't really have a terribly high profile, whereas the location in the mall will give us, basically ground level, almost street level visibility. Anyone walking in the mall at the West End will be able to see us and stick their head in and see what's going on, which is something that people just can't do now. They've got to come all the way into the building, then down to the lower level, and then they can see what's going on. So we're just going to be that much more visible. We had an opportunity to make a change, and we chose to do it based on that window.
Ron, talk about some of the new things that are going to be at the Lloyd Mall location that couldn't really be done in the old location.
Well, we're going to have a combination of some of the old and familiar and tried and true, and a bunch of newer things. The most obvious thing people will notice is that we're not going to be in a basement. You won't need to use an elevator to get down to us, and we'll be pretty visible as we once were in this location. In the new space, we're going to have more space for collaborative or group or small group activities, meeting space, breakout space. We're also going to have a makerspace area where people will be able to experiment with a number of things that are going to range from robotics to all sorts of other things. We're sort of sorting through the lists of suggestions, and as it expands, we'll be adding all sorts of neat and fun things to play with. And our collaborative spaces, what we're going to be able to do is provide everything from a podcasting studio for people who might want to try it but have no idea where to go, to all of our spaces will be digital and wired so that people can do things ranging from video conferencing to digital learning. We're also going to have 3 separate small study pods that'll give people that better space in terms of sound protection to work in, and also be able to do things like exams for educational programs and things like that, as opposed to what we had to cobble together here in the existing space.
And lastly, when can residents expect to check out the new Lloyd Mall Library location?
Well, the construction is going to be 3 to 4 months, and then we've got some fit up. So we're looking potentially at sometime in May, but there's going to be some more information as to what our plans are and what we're doing coming up later this month around Family Literacy Day, and people can keep their eye open for that. And also keep an eye on our social media, and we'll reveal a little bit more and potentially give people an idea as to some of what the new inside might look like.
Well, Ron, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for joining us. It's good to know that the construction work is finally going to get underway for your guys' new location at Lloyd Mall. So thank you very much.
You're welcome, Connor. Have a good day.